Peace and blessings, everyone. Welcome back to the Humble Servant Homestead. Guys, today I am out here today in the garden. We are in Grow Zone 8A, guys. It is now September the 4th, and I just want to give you all a quick update on what is going on here inside of the garden because probably tomorrow or so we will be coming on in to transition this area here for our fall garden, guys. And I am praying that you all are doing the same as well, getting your areas and everywhere else prepped for your fall garden. Now, if you all remember, right in this area right here, we have our heavy hitter okra, guys. Now we have harvested so much okras out of here, and also what we're doing now is pretty much letting those right there dry out for seeds. But guys, tomorrow is that day where that this garden will be getting cleaned up. It's going to be quite a bit of stuff that we will be taking out of it, because simply what happened throughout the summer months, a lot of this stuff, they went through their phases, kind of died back and all that different kind of, stuff. But right here we have some eggplant. I tell you, this eggplant was looking so rough, but because the weather is starting to cool down, look at what this eggplant is doing for us. It start to bear again, guys. Because with this fall weather, it is almost as if it is spring all over again until the temperatures starting to drop real low and getting cold. But nonetheless, right here is where we have our bell peppers. Now, these bell peppers right here, guys, they produce so much for us. And even if y'all can see, they are still producing right now. Okay, but that is pretty much the quick little update that I want to come on in so you can get a overview of what the garden is looking like right now, because we are coming in to clean all these rows up right here, guys. Reamend these beds for our fall crop. Okay, now right over here is where I pretty much have a few, I guess you would say, cover crop. We came on in with some light red kidney beans to pretty much cover the ground here where we have our potatoes planted in the spring. And so the reason why we came on in here with these beans to plant in this area, you have to remember that beans is a nitrogen fixer, guys. And so we put them in the ground here to help to bring back in a little bit of nitrogen into the soil. But if you notice, the leaves on these beans, they kind of got hit with a bit of a disease. But guys, that does not mean that the peas is no good underneath. So they're pretty much bearing some peas for us, and we will come on in and harvest those um, once the bush start to dry back. Now, when we come on in to harvest them, we will not be pulling these beans. We will pretty much be cutting off, cutting it down by the root down here, guys, and leaving, cutting the stems and leaving the roots behind, because that is where that madrol is going to be for your nitrogen. All right, so, and what we went ahead and did, of course, we speak about the cover crop over here. What we went ahead and did once we clean out the goat pens, we came on in with the hay and cover these beds. That way the sun don't dry them out. Now, if you all remember over here where we have our beans planted, this is where we have our string beans planted, guys. So far we had say right at about an 80% germination rate. We still had some that did not germinated, but hey, that is all right, long as we have something germinated in here where we can go ahead and get a harvest. That is all that matters. All right, now right over here is also where we have our sweet potatoes. These we're going to let them go for a little bit more time. They are right at about um, little over 90 days. So we could come on in and start checking them to see if we have potatoes, which we do have potatoes down there. Because yes, guess what? Our friends, those voles, have been coming in, guys, and eating our potatoes. But just stay tuned for that. We will come back on in and talk a little bit more about our sweet potatoes that we have here. Now, one thing what I probably will do is come on in pretty soon. I think I have one row of Beauregard's potato that I want to go ahead and harvest, because the Beauregard's, guys, they typically uh, right as they hit 90 days, they're pretty much ready to come out that ground. You leave them any longer in the soil with the moisture and everything like that, what will happen, those potatoes will start sprout on you. Sometime they can even go bad underneath the soil. But we're going to move on up here to the middle garden to kind of show you all what it is looking like. All right, so stay tuned, guys. Okay, and so here we are inside of the middle garden, and as y'all can see, we do have a little bit of veggies that is still in the middle garden, guys, that is still pumping. And so those, hey, we'll leave those behind. And if you can see, we still have some tomatoes. That is the Paul Robinson tomato that we have there. The bushes, yes, is starting to kind of struggle a little bit. So what we probably will do is harvest those tomatoes and go ahead and pull those plants as well. We also have some dinosaur kale that is still standing, and also some red Russian kale, guys. Now, what you see here on top of this soil right here is pretty much our amendment that we are bringing in to amend the soil right here. Like I said, fall is on us, and so the sooner you go ahead and plant your brassicas, the better chance that they will have to be able to be ready before your first frost date. And that is with some veggies, guys. We know that our veggies can withstand uh, that cold. Some of them can also withstand that frost as well, but sometimes that is with you planting them out in somewhat of a direct sun, to where that they can still strive throughout those colder months. Okay, and I am praying that you all are getting your all seeds ready, and I would pray that you already have quite a bit of your seeds already started, such as even your dinosaur kale, your red Russian kale, your cabbage, your Brussels sprout, your broccoli. You want to make sure those was already started at least about 8 weeks ago. And hey, you can go ahead and put them in the ground now. It's all up to you. All right, and so those tomatoes, it is time for them to come on out. Right over here, guys, is also where we have those Jimmy Red peppers. Okay, I'm still giving a still producing, so we may leave those until our first frost date. We'll go ahead and pull them, and the simple reason why, guys, these plants, they're still doing really well. We still have quite a bit of peppers on them. Okay, the tomatoes, we definitely will be taking those out. Like I said, we do have a little bit more dinosaur kale over here. They're a little bit on the struggle bus. Just have to come on in and clean up those bottom leaves, put um, some fertilizer on them, guys, and I think they will bounce back, especially with this colder months that are coming. All right, so we're not going to pull those out. We're going to leave them and give them a second chance. All right, so that is pretty much it right there for the middle garden, guys. Right now we're going to go ahead and move on up to the top garden so you all can see what is going on up there, because yes, like I said, tomorrow is going to be that day where we're coming in and we will be cleaning this garden up, getting it ready for fall planting. All right, so we're going on up there to the top garden, so stay tuned. catch you when I get there. Okay, and so here we are up at the top garden. Now these raised beds right here, they have been planted out with more red kidney beans as well, guys. So that is what you're looking at. Now, I was telling you about when they dry back. This is pretty much what I was talking about. And as y'all can see, we have some beans that is ready to be harvested. So I will be coming on in to get those as well. Okay. So this is pretty much it right here, guys, at the top garden. One of the things you have to remember within those summer months, you know, your plants, they do go through a bit of a stress from that heat, and even with a lot of that rainfall and all that different kind of stuff, guys, do stress out some of these plants right here. But nonetheless, the beans, not so much. I went ahead and plant them, you know, just to be able to have some beans and also to put nitrogen back in the soil. All right, so as y'all can see right here, we also have some basil in our herb garden, and also Scotch bonnet peppers, guys. Let's see what these Scotchy babies are looking like. And we do have some beautiful peppers in there. Okay, and we also have some thyme right here that we have just been harvesting thyme off of like crazy. And this here is our ginger. And like I said, just take a look at it now, because yes, like I said, we're coming in to clean it up. It is almost as if it is a jungle, guys. Here's another Scotchy plant. We'll get up on it there. Scotchy, you know, they're always producing like they always supposed to. But hey, the fall is upon us. We'll leave those plants until that first frost come in. That's going to pretty much go ahead and knock them back, guys. Right here is our celery that we have planted. It is looking rough, yes. We're going to come on in, clean it up, put a little bit more fertilizer around them, and see if we can go ahead and get another harvest out of them, guys. Callaloo, volunteer callaloo that pretty much fell in this area. I believe we will be taking these out as well. Okay, and so right in here is more callaloo. So pretty much this is what the garden is looking like. Okay, I just want to let y'all see what it is looking like, and what it's going to look like tomorrow when I come on in and clean it up. Now, one of the things that I do want to probably go ahead and do is to bring you all along with us once we came on in and start cleaning it up, guys. If you notice, right in this area is where we have our Scotch bonnet planted. Okay, for some reason this year, what happened with these Scotch bonnet peppers, we had all those that rainfall that came on in within the summertime, guys, and that heat that came behind, and a lot of our roots on our Scotch bonnet pepper plants, they started to die out. You know, they just started to die out. And hey, but next year we will be planting in a different spot. I believe we will be coming in the spring to plant some brassicas in this area, but I'm going to have to work this soil because what happened, this here hold quite a bit of moisture in these soil. Now the dirt is really pretty, guys. It is real beautiful, but what happened when we have a lot of rainfall, that Georgia red clay, it just hold that moisture. And what happened, our roots on our Scotch bonnet plants went aerobic, and so killed out quite a bit anaerobic, and so it went ahead and killed out quite a bit of our Scotch bonnet pepper plants. Therefore, I was not able to bring a lot of peppers to you guys, but be the most I will, next year we will have more peppers, guys. All right, so this is what it's looking like. Over here is where we have our corn. This corn right here, we will be coming in and we will be cleaning this area up right here as well. And just stay tuned. I will let you all know what it is that we will be planting out in this area right here. All right, over here as well, as you can see, we have more corn right in this area as well, guys. And so this right here is what it is looking like, guys. Remember, a lot of this corn did blow down. We did got a great harvest. Well, I wouldn't say a great harvest, but we did got a harvest out of these corn right here. What I will also be doing is saving back some of the seed from this silver clean corn right here to plant back next year. Be the most I will. But look at it. It's just a jungle back here, guys. You know, a lot of this corn and stuff, we let it go ahead and grow out and do what it is it's supposed to do, which is bear that fruit. But as y'all can see, volunteer callaloo came on up through here just about everywhere. This here is the Jimmy red corn. We have quite a bit of that peas. The rattlesnake pole beans in here, guys. And this bean right here is starting to become one of my favorite. Simple reason why, because this bean is so versatile where that you can do so many different things with this bean right here. You can harvest it as a string bean, guys, just like this right here. You can harvest it also as a green, as a dry bean. Okay, once it dry out, and you can also harvest it as shell beans as well, where that you can, this one is not dry all the way, but you can harvest it like that as well, where that the bean is still a bit wet on the inside, and you can cook them just like that. So this bean right here have three purposes, guys, three purposes that you can use it for. And so starting to become one of my favorite pole bean here in the garden. So nonetheless, like I said, the garden right now, it is looking a bit of a mess, but it is still food in here. Okay, this is our Jimmy red corn that we are pretty much let it go ahead and dry out. But tomorrow will be their last day in the garden. Okay, over here is also where we have that purple butterfly pea flower, guys. All right, so far you get the idea of what the garden is looking like before we come on in and clean it up. Now, yes, it is quite a bit of work out here, but guess what, guys, it have to get done. Okay, because fall is up on us, and we want to go ahead and plan out um, some greens in this area. It's going to be cover crops, but it's also going to be a crop that we can still come in and harvest from while it is growing throughout the fall and the winter months. Okay, so nonetheless, guys, coming up out of here, that is it. Okay, just want to say thanks to each and every one of you all out there for stopping by the Humble Servant Homestead. And as always, guys, peace and blessing. Look at that. I'm just taking you all through. You know, just taking you all through so y'all can see what the jungle is looking like. Okay, so it is, that is it right there. That is it right there, guys. All right, so nonetheless, I just want to say thanks to each and every one of you all out there for stopping by the Humble Servant Homestead. And as always, peace and blessings to each and every one of you all out there. Guys, remember, keep a smile on your face. You be happy, you be cheerful, you be blessed. Until next time, we will catch you in the next video. Have a blessed day.